It's not for my mother, it's for everybody in the state of Colorado.
Her mother died 6 years ago when she was attacked with a machete, but the accused killer is not mentally competent to stand trial. Now his case may be the first to test a state law aimed at dealing with dangerous people who will never face a jury. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Kim Christensen.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. Governor Polis signed the bill into law late Thursday morning, less than 24 hours before the suspect in this case had a court hearing. Kevin Vaughn from 9 News Investigates was in court this morning and joins us now. Kevin, this case has languished for years, but now the victim's family is hoping for a resolution.
Yeah, Alex and Kim, because the suspect is incompetent, the criminal charges are eventually going to be dismissed. But this new law is meant to send people who judges deem dangerous to the state hospital or another secure mental health facility. It was August 11th, 2020. A man with a machete unleashed an attack on a family in Brighton. Bonnie Skinner died. Others barely escaped. Prosecutors charged Lonnie McNair with murder, attempted murder, assault, burglary, and other crimes. But doctors have repeatedly concluded he's mentally incompetent, meaning he can't understand the legal proceedings or assist in his own defense.
We are calling 20 CR 2735, People versus McNair.
Friday morning, McNair appeared in Adams County District Court on video from the state hospital while prosecutors and defense attorneys discussed next steps in the nearly 6-year-old case. First, the judge set a hearing for July 8th, expected to set the stage for a ruling that McNair is incompetent, that continued treatment isn't likely to change that, and that the criminal charges must be dismissed. Enter Senate Bill 149, which became law Thursday. It lets prosecutors seek a court order in cases like this one that could lead to the defendant's indefinite commitment to the state hospital or other secure mental health treatment center.
I'm very grateful that we are most likely going to be able to get that applied to our case.
Paige Skinner is one of Bonnie Skinner's daughters.
He is a dangerous man. He is somebody that you do not want walking with the public.
The process beyond the next court hearing and the time involved in pursuing the avenue opened by the new law is uncharted. Still,
after leaving the courtroom today, I feel like we are finally heading into the right direction for my mother's case. August 11th will be 6 years. We can wait a few more months.
the standard for sending someone like McNair to a mental health treatment center is clear and convincing evidence that he's a danger to himself or someone else. If that happens, he would not be released until doctors eventually conclude that he's no longer a danger either to himself or anyone else. This is the first of many cases involving defendants incompetent to stand trial that are likely to test this new law. Live in the studio, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
Kevin, I know you've been reporting on many of these, as well as Chris Vanderveen, and you hope this is a solution in some form.
Yes, we've reported extensively on the case in Arapahoe County involving Austin Benson, which is being handled in a different way. But in a previous case of his, the charges were dismissed. He was put back out on the street and then was accused of being involved in another shooting.
Okay, thank you, Kevin Vaughn reporting. And new at 5, the mother of a 4-year-old boy who was killed in Aurora has been arrested. Aurora police say officers arrested 23-year-old Destiny Rose Lipsky in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, she has been booked into the El Paso County Jail on charges of child abuse resulting in death. APD says officers responded to a call Saturday night at an apartment on Tennessee Avenue and found the boy unconscious and not breathing. He later died. They arrested 24-year-old Alexander Martinez Armstrong, who admitted to hitting the body. Court documents show Armstrong was a close friend of the family and that Lipsky had sent her son to his house for punishment. The boy had been there for 4 days before he died. Armstrong faces first-degree murder charges. Meanwhile, Lipsky is being held at the El Paso County Jail on $500,000 bond, but will be transferred to Arapahoe County. That investigation is ongoing.
Denver police say they have arrested a boy in connection to a shooting that killed another boy last night. Officials say this happened inside the Montbello Recreation Center. Today, the city released a statement saying the shooting is now being investigated as a homicide. They also say they arrested a boy in connection. They haven't released how old that person is, minor, under the age of 18. Police say the two boys knew each other and it appears to be an isolated incident. The rec center will be closed and all programs canceled until further notice.
We now know the identities of the two people involved in a deadly wrong-way crash on I-25 last weekend. Denver Fire posted these pictures of the crash that happened on I-25 near 20th Street last Sunday. In the post, they said that Berthoud Fire Lieutenant Ken Bradley was critically injured in it while driving to work. Denver Fire says one of their firefighters who was off duty was the first to respond and call it in. Today, the Denver Medical Examiner identified the driver who died as 21-year-old Kevin Barbosa Roque dos Santos.
Let's take a live look outside on this Friday afternoon. We got some clouds out there. We could see some showers before the sun comes out for the 3-day weekend. However, it's rained almost every single day this week, Chris, so it's not going to be like what we saw earlier in the week, right?
Kim, you just nailed that weather overview there, right?
I don't even need you today, Chris. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm good. Bye. You guys got it from here, right? No, seriously, you got it exactly right? Rained all week. It's been on the cooler than average side basically all week long as well. We will have some showers tonight, low impact stuff, but if you're heading down to Ball Arena, to Avs Alley for any of those outdoor activities before, during the Avalanche game tonight, definitely bring the rain jacket with you. But then this weekend turning a lot drier and a lot warmer. Lyman, we dealt with a lot of nasty weather not far away from Lyman yesterday. Today, a lot calmer, but again, we're not rain-free. Starting to look a little bit more ominous for us here in Denver. We've had a mainly sunny day today, but those clouds starting to thicken on up as a weak push of energy approaches from the south and west. Start to see those showers creeping into Douglas and Elbert counties. The majority of the action in southern Colorado right now, but we're starting to see some of that rain pushing into Monument Hill, Larkspur, as well as on up into Castle Rock, and we'll see that rain continue to push its way into the South Metro area over the next couple hours. So again, between now and 10 p.m., best chance for rain, and it'll be mainly south of Denver with that highest rain chance across the metro area. 1 or 2 showers in Denver, as I'm mentioning. Please bring those rain jackets with you if you'll be out and about this evening. We're not talking about an all-night downpour in downtown Denver. We're just talking about some hit or miss showers. The steadiest rain, Douglas and Elbert counties. That'll clear up later on tonight, and then a dry and warm weekend before things turn active again for next week. Details on all that in just a few minutes.
All right, there we are looking inside at Ball Arena. Ice is ready. Some of the fans probably gathering outside. We're counting down to the start of Game 2 between the Avs and Golden Knights. They are definitely looking for redemption after a home game loss, a stunner on Wednesday.
That's where John Treach joins us now. This is a big game tonight. John, you can't win them all, but I mean, we'd like to win this one tonight.
Well, good evening. Yeah, Stanley Cup conventional wisdom suggests the path to the ultimate won't be an easy skate for 4 rounds. Well, hard hockey life is here. Welcome it, embrace it, because that's how it's going to be for the rest of the series. The Avs are down, and they're down a difference maker, so it's time to reclaim their swagger. Not having Cale Makar was certainly beyond the minds of fans and perhaps Coach Bednar, but it can't control the feelings of the Avalanche on the ice. Vegas didn't dominate Game 1, but they did enough to cause problems and prevent momentum washing away in burgundy and blue. It's time for Colorado to strike first and make the Golden Knights lose their glimmer.
You know, you look at it as a lesson learned. It's not going to be easy. You're not going to win every single game on home ice. You're not going to win every series, in a sweep or 4-1 or whatever. It's going to be a battle, and you get deeper. Every team's playing with a lot more details, and it's a challenge ahead. It's fun. It's not a walk in the park ever.
I have a simple solution. The Avs need to score first. They were so good in the regular season at doing that, and they just haven't done it since Game 2 of the Minnesota Wild series. So the Colorado Avalanche, if they score first, they can make that hard hockey life a little easier for the fans.
Maybe in the first 30 seconds. That would be even better.
Yeah, exactly.
Right away.
Breathe a little easy.
All right. Thank you, John.